How to improve Chinese listening skills quickly. The 4 basic Chinese skills are listening, speaking, reading and writing. Students who want to learn Chinese well must not ignore the Chinese listening part. In terms of long-term benefits, the listening part is indeed very important. Why I can't hear what they say. The reason why many students cannot improve their listening ability is because they have not tried their best to improve their listening skills. They are too easy to give up listening. When I picked up the listening materials for practice, they found that their level had returned to the beginning. As a result, the students kept up their courage, kept making plans, kept restarting, and kept giving up. Everyone understands that perseverance is important when learning a new language. But not many people can persist in listening. In fact, as long as you have a long-term daily practice, you will find that once your listening level reaches above the skill level, it is basically impossible to drop it again. Even if you don't listen to it for a long time, you must be able to understand it when you listen to it again. Listening for 2 hours a day is much faster than not listening for 3 or 4 days and listening for more than 10 hours on the 5th day. So the most important thing to learn is to master the right method. An important practice method is dictation. Conversational materials are not suitable for practicing dictation. The practice method that should be used in the dialogue material is to follow the reading and imitate. The material used to practice dictation should be a person's statement, lecture, etc. The reason for choosing such materials is inseparable from the purpose of practicing dictation. The core essence of practicing dictation is actually to improve our ability to quickly understand and remember. What dictation should really do is the work of memorizing and summarizing, not the work of dictation and writing. That is to say, we don't need to repeat every word of this person exactly in order, but we have to be able to understand its content and repeat it after summarizing it. This is the real purpose of our dictation practice. In order to quickly improve Chinese listening ability, you must practice according to the following steps. The first step is always to listen to the full text, but don't fall into the details of the content of the article. I always listen to only 2 things. One is to clarify the subject, and I probably know what this paragraph says. The second step is to listen to each sentence carefully. When listening to each sentence carefully, I have seen a classmate listen to it with a repeater. Listen carefully to each sentence, mainly emphasizing the concept of the sentence. This refers to a semantic pause, including commas, semicolons, colons, etc., which are all called semantic pauses. You can press pause in such a place. Specific operation suggestions: listen to a sentence first, press pause when you reach a semantic pause, and write down the sentence through your memories. What we need to practice is not the ability to write down what we have heard, but the ability to exercise memory and summarization. Listen to each sentence only once, try your best to write or retell what you hear, as much as you can. I can write 3 or 5 words at the beginning, and if I keep practicing, I can write more. Listen to individual words. After repeating the third step several times, I found that most of the content was understood, but the individual words in it were not heard. These individual words may be new words to us, or they may be caused by pronunciation or sound changes that make us not able to hear them. What you need to do at this time is to record the sound symbols. That is, use your familiar phonetic transcription, Chinese characters or other transcription methods to record the sound you hear. This work is very important. The 4th step summarizes the full text. Summarizing the full text is to hope that everyone can do 2 things when summarizing. One is to listen to the original text again according to the sound material I wrote. Looking at the original listening text, I read this article silently in my heart, and at the same time I think back to why I didn't hear it here just now. If the problem is found, it is more important to adopt a strategy to solve the problem. If it's because I don't know a word, I'll remember it twice. If it is because of pronunciation problems, I will read it twice more. If it is because the sentence pattern is unfamiliar, I will propose this sentence separately for analysis, and then use this sentence pattern to create 2 more sentences. In fact, for an article of about 1 minute, if we insist on practicing these 4 steps every day, our listening level will definitely improve by leaps and bounds in a month.